Sean "Diddy" Combs finds himself at the center of one of the most explosive scandals in entertainment history, with a shocking lawsuit that threatens to unravel the carefully guarded secrets of Hollywood's biggest stars. Behind the glitz and glamour, allegations of manipulation, abuse, and cover-ups have surfaced, implicating not only Diddy, but also iconic figures like Jennifer Lopez, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z. As the truth begins to emerge, the boundaries between friendship, business, and betrayal blur, exposing a dark underbelly beneath the celebrity spotlight. What was once whispered behind closed doors is now breaking into the open, leaving the industry and fans stunned. This lawsuit doesn't just expose Diddy. It threatens to topple an empire built on influence, silence, and power. The Jennifer Lopez connection. Revisiting a turbulent past, Sean Combs and Jennifer Lopez's relationship, once a media darling, has long been shrouded in whispers and speculation. Their romance played out against the backdrop of the late 1990s and early 2000s, a period when both were ascending to superstardom. However, beneath the surface of this high-profile coupling lay tensions and darker undertones rarely discussed publicly. The couple's relationship was marked by intense media scrutiny, with paparazzi following their every move and rumors circulating relentlessly. Lopez, known affectionately as J-Lo, appeared to be caught between genuine affection and the chaos that seemed to follow Combs. Their time together wasn't just a story of love and success, but one punctuated by public incidents that left lasting impressions. Among the most notable was the infamous 1999 club shooting involving rapper Shyne, which sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Shyne took the fall for the shooting, but whispers circulated that he had been set up, raising questions about Diddy's potential involvement and whether Lopez was aware of the darker realities around her. Was she complicit, or simply a victim of circumstance caught in a whirlwind romance that blurred the lines between love and survival? These questions have resurfaced with new intensity amid the current revelations. The shadow of abuse. Allegations surface and the legal battle intensifies. The legal troubles plaguing Sean Combs have grown more complex, with multiple women coming forward to share their harrowing experiences. One of the most serious accusations involves a woman known only as Jane Doe, who claims she was assaulted by Combs and former Bad Boy Records president Harvey Pierre when she was just 17 years old. According to the lawsuit, the assault took place inside a New York recording studio, a space where many young artists and aspiring performers sought opportunity but allegedly found danger instead. Combs's camp has vehemently denied these allegations, dismissing them as fabrications aimed at damaging his reputation. Yet, rather than quelling the rumors, the denial seems only to have intensified public scrutiny. Alongside Jane Doe's accusations, another woman named Tana Grays has filed a lawsuit claiming that in 2001 she was drugged and assaulted at Bad Boy Records' New York studio. Grays alleges that the assault was not only brutal, but also filmed and circulated among a select group, adding a terrifying layer of exploitation and trauma. These lawsuits have sent shockwaves through the industry and have prompted calls for deeper investigation into the culture of silence and abuse allegedly fostered within Combs's inner circle. The accumulating allegations suggest a pattern of predatory behavior that extends beyond isolated incidents, implicating a broader system of power and intimidation. The inner circle and the web of influence, Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and the alleged cover-up, adding to the intrigue are rumors involving some of hip-hop and pop culture's most powerful figures. Beyoncé and Jay-Z, both of whom have been frequent attendees at Combs's infamous white parties, have found themselves under increasing scrutiny. These elite gatherings, once symbols of extravagance and exclusivity, are now being re-examined under a far darker lens. Whispers abound that Beyoncé and Jay-Z may have been aware of, or even complicit in, a cover-up surrounding Combs's alleged criminal activities and the circumstances of his arrests. Some speculate that the couple, despite their own enormous fame and influence, were caught in the crossfire of Combs's powerful network. Others argue that their proximity to Combs provided them with a front-row seat to secrets they chose not to expose. The notion of a cover-up touches on the deeper mechanisms of power within the entertainment industry, where alliances, favors, and strategic silence often protect those at the top. Whether Beyoncé and Jay-Z played active roles or were passive participants remains a subject of fierce debate and speculation. Revelations from within. Former bodyguards and insiders speak out. The tangled web surrounding Sean Combs's life and legacy has been exposed in large part thanks to the candid testimonies of those who worked closest to him. Among the most eye-opening accounts comes from a former bodyguard who decided to break his silence, offering an insider's glimpse into the mogul's private world. This bodyguard revealed explosive claims, including allegations of infidelity that took place under the same roof where Jennifer Lopez once lived with Combs. According to this insider, Combs engaged in a secret affair while Lopez was upstairs in their sprawling mansion, an act that reportedly was not hidden from her but met with an uneasy acceptance or silence. This disclosure paints a picture of a relationship marred by emotional complexity, where trust may have been broken, yet the parties involved remained bound by intricate layers of loyalty, power dynamics, and possibly fear. The bodyguard's revelations suggest more than just a personal indiscretion. They hint at a broader pattern of control and manipulation permeating Combs's intimate circle. It raises difficult questions about Lopez's role. Was she a willing participant, consciously ignoring troubling behavior to maintain her place in a high-profile relationship? A history of allegations, from Crystal McKinney to Justin Bieber. Combs's controversial legacy is not limited to recent accusations. His public career spans decades, and so does the troubling pattern of allegations against him. In 2003, Crystal McKinney, a model and rising star at the time, accused Combs, then frequently dubbed P. Dirty in media circles, of inappropriate behavior that effectively derailed her career. Following a high-profile Men's Fashion Week event, McKinney claimed that Combs's interference sabotaged her opportunities, casting a long shadow over her path to success. The allegations against Combs extend beyond the professional realm, touching on the personal lives of vulnerable young talents who found themselves under his influence. More recently, whispers and rumors about pop sensation Justin Bieber's experience with Combs have emerged. Sources close to Bieber suggest that during his teenage years, he was subjected to manipulation and mistreatment at the hands of Combs and his inner circle. These accounts contribute to a narrative in which Combs's powerful status was used to exploit and control young stars navigating the entertainment industry. The White Party Scandal, dancers, drugs, and exploitation. Among the darkest chapters in Combs's empire are the infamous white parties that became legendary fixtures in New York and Miami's nightlife scene. These glamorous, invitation-only events attracted Hollywood's elite, major athletes, top musicians, and socialites, epitomizing luxury, excess, and decadence. However, as the investigations deepen, the sheen of glitz and glamour has given way to disturbing revelations. Audrea English, a former adult film star and dancer who attended these events, has come forward to expose a harrowing reality behind the facade. She described chaotic parties where drugs and alcohol were omnipresent and where drinks were allegedly spiked to incapacitate attendees. English alleges that many dancers and guests were coerced or pressured into non-consensual acts, with Combs's influence used to silence dissenters and crush careers of those who resisted. One haunting image from these parties has resurfaced: a photograph showing Combs dining while a naked woman reclined provocatively before him, with notable celebrities like Bruce Willis and LL Cool J in attendance. This image has become emblematic of the debauchery and exploitation critics argue defined these gatherings. The tragic Kim Porter connection. No discussion of Combs's personal life would be complete without acknowledging the tragic story of Kim Porter, his former partner and mother to some of his children. Porter was a beloved figure in the hip-hop community and beyond, admired for her grace and resilience. Yet, her untimely death from pneumonia at just 47 years old left many unanswered questions and lingering shadows. Speculation about Porter's relationship with Combs has intensified, fueled by rumors and allegations of abuse and control that reportedly characterized their time together. Porter was said to have been planning a tell-all memoir prior to her death, a manuscript that could have revealed even more about the complexities and conflicts in their relationship. The subsequent leak of her private diaries, some containing references to Combs, has only deepened the intrigue and sorrow surrounding her legacy. Porter's story adds a heartbreaking dimension to Combs's narrative, revealing the human toll behind the headlines and legal battles. Her death remains a somber reminder of the darker realities often hidden beneath the surface of fame and fortune. The MDC Brooklyn reality. From luxury to lockup. The starkest contrast in Combs's life is perhaps the journey from his life of unimaginable luxury to his current confinement in one of the country's most notorious detention centers. Denied bail amid fears he might interfere with the investigation, Combs is now held at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn, a facility infamous for harsh conditions and a history of violence. The MDC has housed high-profile inmates such as R. Kelly and Sam Bankman-Fried, and it is widely regarded as a brutal institution where survival requires grit and resilience. For Combs, who once dominated the hip-hop and entertainment world, this fall from grace underscores the fragility of power and fame. Incarceration at the MDC not only marks a physical loss of freedom, but also threatens Combs's public standing and legacy. The uncertainty surrounding his legal battles raises critical questions. Will he be able to rebuild his empire? Can his reputation survive the mounting allegations and criminal charges? The answers remain unclear as Combs navigates this unforgiving new reality. Complex relationships. The Steve Harvey connection. Sean Diddy, Combs's personal life, has long been a subject of fascination, marked by glamorous romances and complicated entanglements. Yet beneath the surface lies a web of relationships that is as baffling as it is revealing. One notable thread involves Lori Harvey, daughter of the famed comedian Steve Harvey. Lori was romantically linked to Combs at one point, a connection that on its own would spark interest given the stature of both families. But the story took a twist when it emerged that Lori's ex-boyfriend was none other than Combs's own son. This tangled family dynamic highlights the layered complexity that often characterizes Combs's life behind the scenes. The overlap of romantic connections between father, son, and the same woman raises questions about the emotional turmoil simmering beneath the surface. Was this an isolated quirk of celebrity life, or a symptom of deeper dysfunction within Combs's personal world? The implications extend beyond mere gossip, touching on how power, loyalty, and personal boundaries collide in the lives of those orbiting such a high-profile figure. The parties that defined an era and their sinister reputation for years Diddy's private parties were the epitome of celebrity excess. These lavish, invitation-only gatherings attracted an elite mix of A-list stars, sports legends, influencers, and industry insiders. The events were about much more than just celebration. Deals were brokered, careers launched, and social hierarchies cemented under the shimmering lights of Diddy's opulent settings. Yet, as glamorous as they appeared, these parties have since been recast under a far more troubling light. Former attendees and insiders have begun to reveal the dark realities behind the scenes. Many accounts describe environments rife with manipulation and exploitation. Guests, often young women, were subjected to coercive behavior, sometimes while under the influence of drugs or alcohol that were allegedly administered without their full consent. One recurring theme is the strategic use of power to prey on vulnerability. The veneer of luxury and celebration masked a predatory dynamic, where compliance was demanded and resistance punished. Those who spoke out report a culture of silence maintained through intimidation, threats, and career sabotage, mechanisms designed to keep the darkest truths buried. Voices from the shadows. Allegations and testimonies among those who have come forward is Don Richards, former member of the R&B group Danity Kane, who publicly detailed witnessing violent and controlling behavior from Combs. His revelations add to the chorus of voices pointing to systemic abuse within Combs's circle. Perhaps most notably, Cassie Ventura, a singer and model with a decade-long on-again, off-again relationship with Combs, filed a lawsuit in late 2022 that shocked the public. In her suit, Cassie alleged that Combs exerted intense control over her life, subjected her to inappropriate sexual acts, and used substances to keep her subdued. The release of surveillance footage from a 2016 altercation intensified scrutiny, corroborating some of her claims and turning public opinion further against Combs. Cassie's courage has inspired other alleged victims to come forward, creating a cascade of testimonies that collectively paint a chilling portrait. Beyond individual abuse, these accounts reveal a culture of intimidation and exploitation, one that thrived behind closed doors and was protected by power and influence. The question of complicity: Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Hollywood's power players. The growing scandal surrounding Combs' gains added complexity when viewed through the lens of his connections to other entertainment titans. Jay-Z, with an empire rivaling Combs' own, was a frequent guest at Diddy's parties, raising difficult questions about what he knew or might have ignored. Was Jay-Z a silent observer or an active participant in maintaining the status quo? Given their long history of friendship and business collaboration, many speculate about the extent of his involvement or knowledge. Beyoncé's role is equally scrutinized. As Jay-Z's wife and a global superstar, her silence amid mounting allegations has fueled speculation. Some argue that her decision to stay quiet is a form of self-preservation within an industry that often prioritizes image and loyalty over transparency. Others question whether such silence contributes to the culture of complicity, allowing abuses to persist unchecked. Together, these questions about Hollywood's power players spotlight a larger systemic issue: the way fame and influence can shield wrongdoing, protect abusers, and silence victims. The public is left wondering not only about individual accountability, but about the industry's broader ethical failures. The Kardashian connection: a family entwined in controversy. No modern-day Hollywood scandal seems complete without the Kardashian family, and Diddy's controversies are no exception. The Kardashian clan, with their extensive ties to entertainment and power, has long been the subject of speculation regarding their involvement in the industry's less savory dealings. Khloe Kardashian's offhand remark about attending one of Diddy's infamous parties, where she noted that by 5:30 a.m., many attendees were completely naked, only serves to deepen suspicions. More troubling are the allegations suggesting that the Kardashians may have been involved in schemes to drug high-profile men at such events, obtaining compromising footage or documents used for blackmail. FBI reports, according to insiders, have linked the family to a cache of illicit footage, raising the chilling prospect that they may have been active participants in perpetuating a culture of coercion and control. While these claims remain unproven in court, the mere existence of such allegations highlights the potential depth of the scandal. Behind closed doors, the price of silence, and the industry's culture of compromise. In the shadowy corridors of Hollywood's elite, where fame and fortune collide, an unspoken rule has long governed behavior. Silence is golden. Comedian and actor Cat Williams recently pulled back the curtain on this toxic reality, revealing the staggering pressures to conform and the high cost of dissent. Williams disclosed that he had been offered an astonishing $50 million to remain silent about the dark undercurrents within the entertainment industry, an offer he rejected outright. His refusal to compromise his integrity stands as a rare act of defiance in an environment where many sacrifice principle for profit. Williams's revelations underscore a broader culture of complicity, one where power brokers like Sean "Diddy" Combs wielded influence not just through wealth and charisma, but through intimidation and control. Diddy's dominion extended beyond his personal life into the professional realm, shaping an ecosystem where exploitation thrived and victims found little recourse. His reputation for ruthless control meant that associates, colleagues, and even friends often found themselves coerced into silence or compliance, preserving the illusion of glamour and success at a devastating human cost. Family ties in turmoil. The impact on Diddy's children. As the public spectacle of lawsuits and allegations intensifies, a quieter, more painful narrative unfolds behind the scenes. The toll on Diddy's family, particularly his 7 children. The youngest daughters, Chance, Jessie, Delilah, and baby Love, are grappling with the emotional fallout in near-total privacy, shielded from the media frenzy but deeply affected by their father's legal and personal turmoil. Insiders close to the family reveal that despite his incarceration, Diddy's paramount concern remains their well-being, and his efforts are reportedly focused on providing stability amid chaos. Meanwhile, his older sons, Quincy, Justin, and Christian, have made public appearances at court hearings, visibly supporting their father. Yet even their presence cannot entirely shield the family from the profound strain brought on by the mounting accusations and the possible collapse of the empire their father painstakingly built. The legacy Diddy hoped to leave, one of success, power, and influence, now teeters on the brink of unraveling, raising difficult questions about the future of both the man and his dynasty. Silent witnesses: Jennifer Lopez, Usher, and other enigmas. The widening net of allegations and scandals increasingly includes other high-profile celebrities with connections to Diddy, most notably Jennifer Lopez and Usher. Lopez, who shared a romantic history with Diddy before his ascent to superstardom, has remained conspicuously silent amid the growing controversy. This silence has raised eyebrows and questions about her role, or lack thereof, in addressing or distancing herself from the scandal, especially given her stature and potential influence as an advocate or voice for victims. Usher's association with Diddy adds another layer of complexity. The two shared a close personal and professional relationship, even living together for a time during the height of their careers. Yet Usher, like Lopez, has chosen to remain tight-lipped about the darker undercurrents that reportedly existed behind the scenes at Diddy's mansion. Rumors of incidents severe enough to require hospitalization have circulated, alongside cryptic remarks about Diddy's private life and sexuality, which have only deepened the mystery. The long-standing tension between Diddy and Snoop Dogg, who has made pointed comments about closeted rappers, further fuels speculation regarding the true nature of Diddy's public bravado versus his private reality. The viral audio and the facade of power. In the midst of mounting allegations, an explosive audio clip recently went viral, featuring a candid conversation between rapper Meek Mill, Diddy himself, and producer Lil Rod. The discussion hinted that much of Diddy's dominant, hyper-masculine public persona may have been a carefully constructed facade designed to conceal deeper vulnerabilities and secrets. This revelation offers a stark glimpse into the culture of image management that pervades the music industry, where power is often a performance and personal struggles are masked behind bravado and spectacle. The viral audio underscored how public figures like Diddy cultivate identities that serve both to command respect and to deflect scrutiny. In a world obsessed with image, vulnerability is a liability. Yet the conversation revealed cracks in that carefully maintained facade, suggesting that the battles raging behind closed doors were far more complicated and painful than the public could have imagined. The broader conspiracy. How far does the scandal reach? As the scandal surrounding Sean Diddy Combs continues to unfold, whispers of a far-reaching network of complicity and corruption echo throughout Hollywood's elite. What began as allegations focused primarily on Diddy now threatens to engulf an array of high-profile celebrities and industry executives, suggesting that the story is far more extensive and entrenched than initially believed. Recent reports of sudden resignations from top executives at major entertainment companies hint at a wave of fallout linked to the ongoing investigations. These abrupt departures have fueled speculation that the tentacles of this scandal may extend deep into corporate boardrooms, possibly implicating powerful figures who have long enjoyed the privileges of influence and secrecy. The question on everyone's mind: is Diddy cooperating with authorities in exchange for leniency? Rumors of Diddy flipping, providing critical information on other influential players, swirl amid the tense atmosphere of legal maneuvering. Intersecting worlds. Diddy, Jay-Z, and J-Lo. More than just rumors? At the heart of the scandal lies a complex web of relationships involving some of the biggest names in entertainment: Sean Diddy Combs, Jay-Z, and Jennifer Lopez. Their personal and professional histories are deeply intertwined, and the overlapping connections have sparked intense speculation about how much they knew and how involved they might be. Jay-Z and Diddy have been longtime rivals and collaborators, their paths crossing repeatedly over decades through music, business ventures, and social circles. While their relationship has publicly oscillated between competition and camaraderie, some insiders suggest that beneath the surface lies a shared history that includes more than just mutual business interests. Rumors hint at possible involvement in the same clandestine networks that reportedly enabled abuse and silence, though no concrete evidence has yet emerged. Jennifer Lopez's ties to both men further complicate the picture. Having had a romantic relationship with Diddy early in her career and a long-standing professional connection with Jay-Z, Lopez occupies a unique position at this crossroads.